Okay then, here's going to be my pretty quick review of the bike and the gear I've got. Obviously the bike is I've just come back from a few days, 8 days from Plymouth to went down to Royan, southwest France, through Bretagne, and then into the southwest into Charon Maritime. So yeah, this is going to be a really quick review of the bike because I've got to go out soon, but I've just thrown everything back together. So obviously it's not packed how I'd usually have it, everything will be a lot tighter, but I've just chucked it all together just so you can see how much gear I do carry and how it looks when it's all together. But yeah, like I said, I've just come back and bike's just been sat doing jack, so here we go anyway. Just set this up right. It's about there, yeah. Okay. In fact, what I'll do, we'll just grab that. Right, so here's the bike. I'll start here. I've got some really basic lights there, which I find is enough just to let people know that I'm about. I've gone with V-brakes, a really basic design, basically like steel forks, no suspension, less maintenance, and it takes, you know, it's not going to take the power out of me, then I can just go along. So it's a really simple bike. Aluminium frame. I paid like 60 quid for the frame and forks, brand new. They're just unbranded, like, you know, just a standard frame and forks. So aluminium frame, steel forks. We've gone to with the Shimano Dior hubs with some Mavic rims. I think they're about £90 for a pair. So yeah, the spokes are slightly thicker, so that's good. They've not had any problems, so I'll probably get them looked at after. But I mean, I did expect the wheels to fall apart, to be honest, but they didn't. Obviously, the rack, the weld broke. That sheared there. So yeah, I bodged that up with some cable ties and some wire, some rubber coated wire. It's got all sorts of crap in there, but again on the other side it did the same as well. So I found some of that red stuff on the side of the road, which is like copper core cable, which is quite strong. Again, that side sheared, so I just bodged it out with some cable ties. So I will be changing these racks, but yeah, anywhere I could get some sort of somewhere to tie it up, I did, and there they lasted. The other thing is, down here, sort of within the first day, the bolt that was going through here, yeah, that wasn't too great. So I've just bodged that up with a Jubilee clip, and that side as well did the same to reinforce it. But to be fair, they're quite solid now. So yeah, it's starting to rain here now, so I better crack on. This just Shimano, the pedals. That's me riding on the beach the other day. That's freed up now. So yeah, the salt's got in there, but we're riding that in a bit, so we'll free it up. Yeah, so Shimano, what was it? I think it's Olivio. I don't know what they are. I've forgotten. Anyway, so yeah, that's that running 3 gears there by 10. So it's 30 gears in total. SLX gear set. So yeah, what's that? That's grease from the other day. But yeah, so I've got SLX gears, again the Mavic rim with the Dior, that's the wheel set. I've gone with Avid brakes. A friend suggested that you reckoned Avid, so Avid brakes. SLX gears, like I said. This is just a standard stem, Bontrager, and the handlebars were just some old bars I had from a Carrera. The bar ends, just Trans-X. We've got it's got a chain tool in there, and here just some Allen keys in there, which is okay. But I do find they do seize up a bit because aluminium, and it just can be hard to get them out. But you just get a coin and undo that. Brooks saddle, B17, just standard seat really. It's not too bad. obviously it's new, so it needs to be worn in. I've been using the grease underneath, but I think it needs more hours definitely, because although it's comfortable, I think it could be softer. So the rack, this frame doesn't have the mounts here, and I was worried about that a bit. I did think this would give way, but I found a Bontrager a seat post clamp which has got the bracket here, so you can actually attach a rear pannier rack on that frame, even though it hasn't got the mounts. Okay, this is just a cheap like £1 or £2. I just cut it down because it was interfering with the brakes at the front, and that's better than no mudguard. Obviously the rear, I don't really need one because it has the rear pannier rack, which that sort of stops things flicking up at you anyway. That's just off my other bike. It's just it has a USB, it's just a Lezine light, which I find is good rather than just having one. This is just a cheap bike light, but like I say, I like to back it up with something else, so this is a bit brighter, this one, which is on the flash-in, this is on fixed. What else? I've obviously cable tied the pannier racks at the back, although they're like, you know, I like to just reinforce it to stop any movement. Again with this, I use some wire on that one, but yeah. You know, people say Auto-Lab are really good. I mean, yeah, they're okay, but I think anything will do the job, to be fair. Like this, see that? That just ripped out. So yeah, you know, even if it costs a lot of money and that, they still don't mean they're going to be the best. You could probably get some sort of old canvas ones and just some cheap old like military ones or something like that from a surplus store, and just line them with a waterproof liner, which will do the same job. I put everything in dry bags inside. But yeah, I have 2 bolt holders here. Paid £3 each for these from Halfords, but I was getting them because they were just being reduced, but usually about £6.99 each. These bottles are about, I don't know, £1 or £2 each, something like that. So I have 2 bottles here, you know, one with electrolyte and one with just water, or 2 electrolyte, and in the bag I have 2 more, and throughout the day, if I, or actually in the front I think, it doesn't really matter where they go, I just carry the extra water, so 4 bottles on me plus extra if I can be bothered. Once these run out, I swap them over, so that obviously the bags get lighter at the front. Headset is it's just an FSA sealed headset. It was like £16. I think the retail is about 30-40, but got that. Obviously just some standard like spacers, carbon and that there. Like I say about the headset. The camera goes in here, so that's off my other bike, it's off my road bike, but the camera goes in there, so if I want to stop and just get some snaps I can. I haven't got to dig it out of my bag every time. Also, when I have the solar panel charged up, I have the cable running here, which can charge the camera, it can charge the phone, charge the Garmin. I have this light here, which I only use really in emergencies. If I'm out after dark and it's, you know, it's really dark or foggy, then I will use this. But that again is off my other bike. So yeah, just cheap handlebar grips. They're just standard £3 or £4, probably from China or something like that. I bought the skewers, them. Not quick release, they're like fixed, so that's quite good, you know, rather than people trying to steal my wheels. It's just a matter of putting like a 5mm Allen key in there and unscrewing it, and you can also have a key which goes in there, but don't need it. Didn't have any punchers. What else? These are just like I think they're V12 or V8 copies. They're not sealed, they're just Well-Go pedals. I think I paid about £5 or £6 for them off eBay second hand. I was going to get some clipping pedals, but to be honest, I think it was good not having the clip-ins, because the amount of times I stopped and got off the road and stuff, I don't think I'd really be bothered with having to unclip every time. So yeah, I'd stick with flats. I think flats for touring, to be fair. Right, let's go on to gear. Obviously a helmet, I'd recommend wearing one of them, unless you want to be a cabbage. Right, so battery, Anchor battery which takes forever to charge off the USB, but off the wall, off the mains, it's not so bad. But that was quite difficult keeping that charged up, and I never managed to keep it fully charged. Sunglasses. This here is just a 20 litre bag, which is like, it's quite useful because it flat packs. If you need to move stuff to a hotel room or take stuff with you, and you don't want to have a massive backpack in there, this is good. Folds up nice and light. You know, that's quite good. My flask. It's supposed to be for hot food. Let's have a look at this. I do like this a lot because it has a little spoon. I can get it out. There you go. So that's quite useful. Yeah, so there's a little folding spoon which goes with it. I put coffee in there usually, or some hot water or something. Didn't actually use it for food, but yeah, I do think that's quite good. Never really used the cup because I have a separate one. Found that on the road. It's alright. Little ratchet. Quarter drive. Don't need that really, but found it. I'll keep it. This here is really good stuff. I just have this. Have loads of this, and I went through quite a bit. It's just like copper core, I think, but yeah, that's useful stuff. Just have these trousers. They're just like waterproof trousers, which I never used because I was lucky that the weather was good for the whole of the 8 days. But this is basically just like what fishermen wear. They were quite cheap. I got the top in the other side. Ground sheet, just a cheap ground sheet, was like £1. Use that for the tent. But I camped out one night, so I only used it for the one night. This is a bike cover. A friend recommended I should get it. Never used it once. Like some sort of like rations. In the bags, in the front bags, I kept like I had 5 days rations in each bag. So I had the front purely for food, so it's like 1 day's ration, 2, 3, 5 days ration here, 5 days ration there, so it's about 10 days worth of food I brought with me, and they were just like military ration packs, and they were good because I could just keep on riding, didn't need to stop off, and it means I could get more miles in. There's the other 2 bottles. I'd start the day with those 2. There's the top, which they were quite cheap. I think they were about £7 for the kit, which is quite good. And although I have got waterproofs, I have got them anyway, because I think if it was torrential pouring down, I think they'd be better because they wouldn't get saturated, and the water would just run straight off them. So probably better than normal waterproofs, and a lot cheaper. Right. Yeah. More rations. These are good. They're like chicken, sausage, and beans and tomato sauce. You know, like chicken, tomato sauce pasta. Some sort of like fruit juices. But anyway, these are standard ration packs. You can just get them on the internet. Got some instant porridge. Yeah, so 10 days worth of that was good. That really did come in handy. Although I still stopped off and had a few bites at restaurants and stuff. It was good to have my own food, and definitely worth carrying the extra weight. Although it probably killed the front panniers, which is the front panniers, the rack. It says it can take, like, some websites say it's 25 kilo for these racks. Some say it's 15 kilos each. We had about 8 and 8 in that one, and like I say, these panniers, they weren't too great, and they're aluminium, so I reckon next time I'd go for steel, and I've already got my eye on some new ones. But this was my first tour, and it was a good way of trial and error without going too far from home. Okay, so I used 2 just sort of straps here to strap this bag on the back. This is not bike specific, this bag is just a standard waterproof, like gym bag or equipment bag. So It's not audio leb or anything like that, it's just mounting equipment. I think it's about £30–40, but like I say, I have a lot of stuff in here which is like my day pack. If I stay in a hotel, I'd grab this off the back, put everything in, take this up to the hotel room. This has got like all sorts of junk in it. A mount for my GoPro for the handlebars, or I can attach that to the frame. Baby wipes, don't want to smell like a tramp. Like a heat pad or heat aid, just if I get any like sores or stiffer areas. This bag here is just for the GoPro. Toilet tissue. This little bag here is just like extra batteries in it, spare camera battery or whatever. More food. I have this camel pack, I brought that with me, with the pipe inside, with the tube inside. I brought that just in case I was finding it difficult to get water, so I packed that just in case, which is also useful to have. Because a whistle, just an emergency whistle, didn't need that, but still it's always useful to have. Spare water. What I do is rather than just drink the water and then leave the air in there, squeeze the air out, flat pack it, because all space is good. Getting this bottle here, empty, just rolled the air out of that and flat packed it, and it's still useful. Bandage, straps for the bags. This here was quite useful. It's like a metal inside. The old front bag I had, it was bike specific, right? It had the two mounts here, and then obviously it clipped in, and that was like an Avenir or something like that. Well, it was shit, to be honest, because it said it was rated to 8 kilos max, right? And I had about 4 or 5 kilo in it, and every time we go over a bump, the whole thing, it just drops down like this until you're hitting something, which I find is a problem with most of this sort of, if you have a basket on the front, yeah, not great. So I found a like a Chandler's or an outdoor shop, and I bought this Musto bag. So that was about €40, and then it clips in, obviously, like so. You roll it up and clip it, and it's waterproof again. And then I just got some of that wire, wrapped that around there. Yeah, so that done the job, and it's good, although it hasn't got separate compartments. I was looking at an Ortleb one, and that was about €80, and I thought, you know what, €80 for a bag on front, and that's 30, 40. I thought, I'll get that, that's better, and it works just as good. But you know, I was thinking about putting a bracket on here, raising it up like a shelf, but I don't need to. But the old one, I used that, I wrapped this around to hold it up onto the handlebars until I got around to getting a new one. Smelly sock, some walnuts from England, didn't eat them, but still nice to have. A bike pump, and I think it's probably got some spare inner tube bits in there, but we'll get to that in a bit. Toothpaste, deodorant and shower gel. €10, nice, need that. Just some more stuff from there. This is chamois leather, which I was trying to get a microfiber towel, but I didn't manage to get one in time, so I got this instead. It was like £1, which is useful for wiping the tent, the moisture off, because it's, you know, it's quite useful. Pile rice, more food. Bottle of that from the hotel. Never can have too much water. More straps for the bags and stuff. This here is some spare tubes. Let's have a look at this. Right. Yeah, spare inner tubes. Spare tubes, and yeah, just like 3 spare tubes in there. Bought some rope with me. Rope's always a useful thing to have. I thought, you know, if I get stuck out somewhere, or some place I went to couldn't really carry the bike, so I was thinking if the worst got to it, the worst case scenario, I would get the rope, tie it around the bike, and then I thought maybe I could actually pack a pulley or some sort of climbing gear, so I could then, you know, hoist the bike up over some areas. I did get cut off once. I come down a set of steps like this. Then there was a beach here, and then a set of steps going up. Carry the bike down, which was really difficult, and then there was like a beach. So I waited for the tide to go out and walk through the water around. Matches, waterproof matches, electrical tape as part of my repair kit. There's just a tent repair kit. pencil. Found that torch on the side of the road, a bit rusty inside, but does work. And I had this, it fitted nicely underneath the straps here, so that would be quite a useful thing again. Extra torch on the front if you needed it. Okay, spare bike light, headphones and headphone thingies, multi-tool, that was useful, a fishing reel, and I have a fishing rod here, just a cheap telescopic one. Packed that on there, wasn't in the way at all. I don't know if there's any floats or anything in there, but yeah, I never actually got around to using it, but you know, I could have used it, and I will carry one all the time. So that could be to get you some food, or it could also just be to kill some time. First aid kit, all sorts of stuff in there. Scales for the bag, glove, Tabasco sauce, part of food. What's this? Oh yeah, this is dirty laundry bag, which is quite useful. Separate your dirty laundry from your clean stuff inside the bag. That is from the tent. Batteries, spare batteries for the rear light. What's this? Our receipt for hotel. Strap. I carry all sorts of like straps like this, Velcro straps, because I like them. I think they're useful. This one I've got as well. This is a card reader. I did download an app for my phone because I was trying to get the micro SD card for the Garmin, plug it into this, and I have an adapter which goes into the phone. Didn't manage to work out anyway, because on Strava it didn't recognise from my tablet or my mobile phone. One is Android, one is Microsoft. It didn't recognise that there was a card connected, so it's difficult to explain. But usually on Strava you can just go add an activity, upload a file. It didn't enable me to upload the file, the actual GPX file, or the file which was my route for the day. So I just had to wait till I got to a PC with a USB and plug in the Garmin like that way. But yeah, wasn't too bad. More stuff in this bag. There's the adapter I was talking about for the phone. It's just a USB, like a micro USB to that one. This here is for the my gas, just an old colour gas. Tissue, Compeed if you get some sort of sores on your feet. Lighter, matches, paracetamol, and this is the straps which go around my mattress thing. Yeah. This here got some ibuprofen gel, hot hands, hand warmers, just in case you get caught out somewhere and your hands are getting really cold. Ibuprofen, pain reliever tablets, distiller guide, whatever. It's like another little battery thingy here, just a cheap I've had for years, so I just packed that as well because it's only small. It's nice to have an alternative just in case, you never know. Some mount